hello, and a warm welcome. If you're fond of peeling back the layers of time on our streets, subscribing to this would not only make my day, but it would also help me create more amazing content. It would mean so much to have your support. Today, we're venturing into Chesham, chronicled in the Domesday Book, and later, inspiring the Mad Hatter. And as the backdrop for the captivating Netflix series Black Mirror, it's a place where history and fantasy intertwine. Are you ready for an expedition through the historic and cinematic landmarks of Chesham? Let's journey through time together. Chesham's earliest settlement traces back to the late Mesolithic period, around 5000 BC, as evidenced by a large number of flint tools found in East Street. This suggests a significant presence in the area, likely due to the resources and favorable living conditions. By 2500 BC, during the Neolithic era, there is evidence of early farming. The Bronze Age saw tribes settling in the valley around 1800 BC, and they were followed by the Belgic people of the Katuvelauni tribe around 500 BC. There's evidence of Romano-British farming between 150 and 400 AD, and near Latimer, there is archaeological evidence of a Roman villa and grapevine cultivation. After this period, there seems to have been a desertion until the Saxon period in the 7th century. In the Domesday Book from 1086, Chesham in Buckinghamshire was quite a busy place with 59 households, making it one of the bigger towns of the time. It was split into pieces owned by different lords. Bishop Odo of Bayeux had estates including woodland for 50 pigs and 2 mills, valued between £1 and £3. Hugh of Bolbeck's extensive estate included farmland, a forest for rearing 800 pigs, and a mill, with an estimated value of close to £10. Turstin Mantle possessed a modest parcel with a single ploughland, with a value of 5 shillings. Alcee of Bromham controlled lands supporting 21 households, with ample farmland, woodland for 800 pigs, and a mill valued at £4. In the 1200s, the King, Henry III, recognised Chesham's bustling trade by giving it the right to hold its market and fair. This move confirms that by the medieval period, Chesham was a thriving economic centre. The town also became a hotspot for those challenging the mainstream religious views of the time. In the 1400s, this was embodied by Thomas Harding, a Lollard whose defiance of the church led to his arrest. In a tragic twist, Harding was killed by a thrown piece of firewood from a bystander as he awaited execution. From the 1500s onwards, the Lowndes family began to leave their mark on Chesham. They accumulated lands and influence, with the most notable member, William Lowndes, shaping the town significantly. He was not only a prominent political figure, serving as secretary to the Treasury, but he also transformed the local landscape by rebuilding the Bury and the Manor House in Great Chesham in the early 1700s. Now in the 1800s, Chesham was quite a busy town with a lot going on. People there were known for making 4 things: boots, beer, brushes, and being strong in their Baptist faith. They started making boots in 1792, and not long after that, they got into making brushes. Brewing beer was also big in Chesham, but it wasn't as popular later on. So when people thought of Chesham back then, they thought of these 4 B's that made the town special. The River Chess is a clear chalk stream that flows near Chesham, and it's surrounded by beautiful scenery and wildlife. This same area with its beech trees helped the town become known for making brushes, which we talked about earlier. Those trees gave the brush makers in Chesham the materials they needed for their craft, linking the natural beauty of the place to its local industry. Some widely known individuals have their roots planted in Chesham. Stephen Fry is an English actor, comedian, and writer, with a career that spans film, television, and literature. Known for his wit and erudition, he's contributed to British comedy. Joan Gardner was an English actress whose career in film spanned from the 1930s to the 1950s. She was known for her roles in films such as The Saint in London and A Girl Must Live. Arthur Lassenby Liberty founded the famous Liberty department store in London in 1875. The store became renowned for its eclectic and oriental designs and was at the forefront of much of the innovative design that emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Margaret Mead was a British botanical artist and explorer. Her work focused on plants from the Amazon rainforest, and she was respected for her contributions to botany and her advocacy for conservation. Francis Wilson is known for his work as a meteorologist and television presenter. He has been a weatherman for several UK broadcasters, including Sky News. Chesham's connection to the Mad Hatter traces back to a local historical figure named Roger Crabbe, who was known by this nickname. He was considered mad, not due to insanity, but for his radical biblical principles, which led him to adopt a vegan lifestyle and his practices in herbal medicine. He was once accused of witchcraft and punished for his unconventional ways. The phrase, "as mad as a hatter," predates the famous character from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. And there is a theory that Carroll's Mad Hatter could have been inspired by Roger Crabbe of Chesham. Local belief and articles have furthered the association of Chesham with the Mad Hatter, a notion that has been part of the town's lore for over a century. The first trains to Chesham were provided by the Metropolitan Railway, which opened an extension from Chalfont Road to Chesham in 1889. This allowed commuter rail service between Chesham and London. The original Chesham station was called Chesham and District. It was renamed to just Chesham in 1963. The Metropolitan Railway was the world's first underground railway, opening in 1863 between Paddington and Farringdon. The 1889 extension to Chesham linked the town to London's underground train system. In 1933, the Metropolitan Railway became part of the London Underground network. The Metropolitan line continued operating services to Chesham. Today, fast Metropolitan line trains run directly between central London and Chesham, making it a popular commuter town. Chesham's charm has been a canvas for various TV genres. In Midsummer Murders, its idyllic streets have become the hunting ground for solving quaint village crimes. Dr. Foster turns Chesham's normalcy into a backdrop for domestic turmoil, as a doctor's life spirals out of control. The cerebral Inspector Morse imbues the town's heritage with intrigue, making it a silent witness to complex investigations. Hammer House of Horror transforms the familiar into the uncanny, with Chesham's corners morphing into scenes of suspense. For light-heartedness, Chuckle Vision injects its slapstick humor into the town's scenery, and Black Mirror chose its streets to reflect eerily empty vistas, underscoring the series' theme of isolation in the digital age. Each series weaves Chesham's unique settings into the fabric of its storytelling, showcasing the town's versatility and atmospheric potential. Thank you all for tuning in and joining me on this journey through the enchanting streets of Chesham. Remember, what we've explored today is just a snippet of the town's rich history, with many more stories to discover and places to visit. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Your subscription helps us bring more of these hidden historical gems to light. So until next time, keep exploring and I'll see you in the next video.